They told you forgiveness makes you noble. They told you it makes you strong, that turning the other cheek proves your character. That's the lie they fed you. That's the poison they poured into your mind. To keep you docile, to keep you compliant, to keep you weak. Every time you forgave a betrayal, you weren't being strong. You were breaking yourself. Every time you let someone walk all over you, you weren't choosing peace. You were surrendering. You were training yourself to kneel, to tolerate, to endure what should have been crushed the moment it appeared. And where did that leave you? Did they respect you for your kindness? Did they admire your patience? No. They took more. They pushed harder. They knew, deep down, that you weren't a threat. Because a man who forgives without consequence is a man waiting to be used. A man who tolerates disrespect is a man who invites it. That stops today. No more turning the other cheek. No more swallowing your anger, pretending it doesn't exist. That rage is your power. That fire burning in your gut, that's the real you. And for too long, you've buried it under excuses, under guilt, under the lie that holding back makes you honorable. Let me tell you something. Nobody fears the merciful. Nobody bows to the gentle. This world, it doesn't care about your good intentions. It cares about force. It cares about dominance. It cares about those who refuse to be stepped on. And if you don't understand that, if you don't embrace that, then you'll stay exactly where you are. Weak, overlooked, used. But if you're listening, if you feel that fire waking up inside of you, then this is your moment. You either unleash it or you keep suffering under the weight of your own passivity. There is no middle ground. There is no compromise. The weak die begging. The strong take what's theirs. So tell me, what are you going to be? You let it happen. Every time someone disrespected you, every time they betrayed your trust and you let them walk away without consequence, you let it happen. That's the lie that kept you weak. Look back. Think about every moment you let slide, every insult you swallowed, every promise that was broken in your face, while you smiled and said, "It's okay." Was it okay? Did that kindness make you stronger? Or did it teach them that you were nothing but an easy target? They knew you wouldn't fight back. They knew you wouldn't stand your ground. Because the truth is, people will push as far as you let them. They will take until you have nothing left, until you're standing there, empty, bitter, broken. And the worst part, you let them. You think you were showing strength? No. You were showing submission. You were proving over and over again that you were too afraid to enforce your worth. You wanted to be liked. You wanted to be accepted. You wanted to believe in the goodness of people who had already proven they didn't give a damn about you. Wake up. The world is not fair. People do not respect kindness. They respect power. They respect boundaries enforced without hesitation. They respect the man who makes it clear. Once, that disrespect will not be tolerated. And if you don't become that man, you will remain exactly what you are. A doormat, a stepping stone, a joke. So decide right now, are you done being used? Or are you going to reclaim your place in this world? Because the choice is yours. And you don't get to make it twice. You've spent your whole life making excuses for them, convincing yourself that they didn't mean it, that they didn't know any better, that it wasn't worth the fight. And every time you backed down, every time you swallowed your pride and let it go, you made a choice. A choice to stay weak, a choice to let them win. And now, look at yourself. Look at the weight you carry, the regret, the moments that still haunt you. The words you should have said, the lines you should have drawn, the people you should have put in their place when you had the chance, but you didn't. And now that weakness, that hesitation, it's who you are. Or at least it was. Because right now, You are standing at the breaking point, the moment where you either accept that weakness as your identity, or you kill it. Right here, right now. This is not about anger. This is not about revenge. This is about reclaiming what you lost. Your power, your respect, your ability to walk into any room and own it. And that only happens when you decide, without hesitation, that you will never allow another person to dictate your worth again. No more second chances. No more tolerance for disrespect. From this point forward, you set the standard, and anyone who cannot rise to it doesn't belong in your life. Period. No discussion, no explanations. So let me ask you, are you finally ready to burn the weakness out of your soul? Or will you keep pretending that someday, somehow, things will change on their own? Because they won't. You either make the change or you stay exactly where you are, and that is a choice only you can make. Enough. No more reflection, no more looking back. That version of you, the one who tolerated, who forgave, who let it slide, is dead. And now there is only one question left. What comes next? This is the turning point. The moment where hesitation dies and dominance is born. Because from this second forward, you are no longer at the mercy of the world. You are the force that bends it. Understand this. Power is not given, it is taken. Confidence is not owed to you, it is enforced. That means no more justifying, no more explaining, no more lowering yourself to make others comfortable. You think warriors ask for permission? You think kings negotiate their value? No. They decide what they are worth, and they demand the world recognize it. And you, right now, are stepping into that same fire. Because for the first time, you are not asking if you are good enough. You are not looking for validation. You are the validation. You are the standard. So, from here on out, weakness is not an option. Fear is not an option. Second guessing, not an option. You carry yourself like a weapon. Sharp, unshaken, undeniable. Because the second you hesitate, the second you entertain doubt, you fall back into the man you used to be. And that man, he no longer exists. Now tell me, do you feel it? That shift inside of you? That energy? That hunger? That is the fire of someone who has finally woken up. Now the only thing left to do is burn. You are not a victim. You are not helpless. You are not bound by the past. You are not chained to who you used to be. The only thing keeping you from absolute domination is the lie you keep telling yourself, that you are still that weak, forgiving fool who let the world walk all over him. But that version of you is gone. Ashes, burned away in the fire of your own awakening. And what remains? A force, a weapon, a man who bows to no one. Now listen to me, and listen closely, because this is where everything changes. From this moment forward, you do not ask for respect. You command it. You do not hope for opportunities. You take them. You do not wait for someone to treat you right. You show them once how it will be, or they are gone. This is not arrogance. This is not ego. This is power. The power you were too afraid to claim because you thought it made you the bad guy. It doesn't. It makes you undeniable. There is no mercy for hesitation. There is no room for self-doubt. The second you waver, the second you let weakness slip back in, you lose. Not just a little, not just for a moment, completely. But you won't. Because now you see the truth. Now you know who you are. And that means there is only one path left to take. The path of absolute, unstoppable dominance. No more hesitation, no more fear, no more softness. You are the storm, you are the war, and the world will bow. There is no turning back, no safety net, no retreat. You either step forward and own who you were meant to be, or you sink back into the nothingness you fought to escape. And if that thought even crosses your mind, if there's even a shadow of hesitation, then you were never ready to begin with. Because this is the part where the weak break. This is the part where the uncommitted fold. This is the part where the ones who only talk about change realize they don't have what it takes. But you've come too far. You've felt the fire of your own transformation. You've shattered the illusion of who you were, and now there is only one direction left. Let the cowards cling to comfort. Let the weak beg for second chances. Let the ones who fear power stay on their knees. That is not you, not anymore. You do not fear loss. You do not fear loneliness. You do not fear the discomfort that comes with becoming unstoppable. Because while they waste their lives in doubt and hesitation, you are moving, you are building, you are rising. There is no finish line, no moment where you get to sit back and say, I've done enough. Because men like you don't stop. You don't rest, you don't settle, you conquer. And from this second forward, there is only one truth left in your mind. Nothing can break me unless I allow it. And I allow nothing. There's no escape, no way out, no soft landing. This is it. The moment where everything inside you either rises or dies. Because this world does not wait for the weak. It does not slow down for those who hesitate. It does not hand out second chances to those who beg for them. It moves forward, with or without you. And that means you have a choice. Stay where you are. Keep making excuses, keep justifying your failures, keep hoping that somehow life will change on its own. Or step up, take what's yours. Become the kind of man that no one dares to overlook, no one dares to question, no one dares to disrespect. Because the truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. No one is going to give you power or respect or control. You either take it, or you stay a spectator while stronger men carve their names into history. So tell me, what's it going to be? Are you going to fade back into the shadows, another forgotten name, another man who almost became something? Or are you going to rise? Are you going to walk through fire unshaken? Are you going to look this world in the eye and dare it to try and stop you? Because this is not just a moment, this is the moment. You are either unstoppable or you are nothing. And the only one who decides is you.